we should be strong enough in our immunity so that we don't catch such infections. Good morning, students. How are you going in your studies? Perfectly fine? If not, then gear up your speeds because the syllabus is going to be finished in next few classes and then we will be covering with revision. Exams are approaching, so be serious. Now let's continue with the topic diseases, and today we will be discussing types of diseases, and there are two bases. The first base is duration, how long diseases persist in our body. On that basis, diseases are of two types, acute diseases and chronic diseases. Now, acute diseases, as I have written, they last for short time, short term. They persist in the body for few days or few weeks, you can say. Example, cold, cough, and nowadays burning topic, that is corona or COVID. COVID is also an acute disease. As we are discussing worksheet 73 today, you will be getting the link of this worksheet in both the mediums in the description box of video as usual. And there is question that how COVID-19 is an acute disease. Explain it, give reasons. So yes, COVID-19 is an acute disease because it persists for few days, as we have heard about it or we have already listened in the news that it lasts for 10 to 14 days का cycle रहता है इसका. So it lasts for 10 to 14 days and after that its symptom sublimes. Usually in acute diseases the symptoms appear in aggravated form. They reach their maximum height but they persist for few days. After that their intensity starts reducing and we come back to our normal functioning. But for those few days we remain completely inconvenient, in uncomfortable situation. We are not able to function. We are not able to function normally and perfectly. We are not able to give our performance. But after that they start reducing their symptoms and signs and then we come back to a normal routine. Usually they don't cause permanent damage to the body, but if we frequently encounter them, we frequently happen to catch such diseases, then it may cause irreparable damage to our body or its organs. So mind it that we should be strong enough in our immunity so that we don't catch such infections. Now the second type on the basis of duration is chronic diseases. They last for longer time. They persist for few months, years, or maybe for lifetime, like cancer, diabetes and tuberculosis. These are some few examples, but there are many much more. Cancer may last for few years and the treatment is very cumbersome and very expensive too, but it is cured. After that the person is relieved from this disease. Diabetes, usually it persists for lifetime. If a person gets suffered from it once, then it persists for the whole life. Tuberculosis is also a disease which lasts for many months and it is also curable. Here there is a provision of a few months package of medicines. If the person takes those medicines, that treatment regularly, then this disease is perfectly or completely cured. And they cause permanent damage to our body because they affect our internal vital organs. Mainly vital organs हमारे affect होते हैं, like heart attack or in diabetes our pancreas is affected, and after that they start affecting the functioning of other organs too. They also have adverse effect on other organs. So they are more dangerous chronic diseases. But in the normal functioning, we don't feel uncomfortable or inconvenient. We are able to perform our functions in daily routine as with our almost maximum capacity. But inside our body, they are damaging our organs. They are more dangerous. Usually they don't have any visible or aggravated symptoms, but inside they have more negative effects. So we should be more cautious about these diseases too. Fine. And then there is another category, another basis, that is transmission. Ki whether some disease, any disease is spread from one person to another, whether they are transmitted or not. So communicable diseases are those which can be transmitted, which can be spread from one person to another. And what are the various modes of transmission, how they get spread from a patient to a healthy person. So through air, through water, food, touch, sexual contact, or through vectors. If the air is infected, if the air, like nowadays we are learning, we are observing the effects of corona, many people are suffering from it, and that is mainly a airborne disease, because that virus is present in the air surrounding us. Fine, that's why we need to follow precautions cautiously, carefully. So air, and then water. If we happen to consume infected water, dirty water, then that would affect our digestive system and its organs. Infected food also affects our digestive system. Through touch, mainly some fungal infections are spread through touch. If we happen to touch the body or the organ of a person, or if we use the things of a patient who is suffering from some fungal diseases, then that disease can be spread or can be transmitted to us. And AIDS, as you know, through sexual contact, AIDS spread, and the virus causing is the name HIV. You must have heard about this disease. You must have heard about this disease, AIDS, and it is highly infectious and deadly too. The death of a person is sure. इतना infectious है because it affects our white blood cells, which reduces our immunity completely. And then through vectors. Vectors are the agents. Basically, they have those microbes, those infections in their body, and if they happen to touch or somehow that virus is entering the body of a person through them, they are just the means. Like if a dog bites a person, and in past that dog has bitten a patient of rabies, and now it has bitten a healthy person, then that virus which cause rabies, dogs don't cause rabies, they just help in its spreading. So now the virus which is the cause of rabies, it will be transmitted from a patient to the healthy person through dogs. In the same way, a protozoan, that is Plasmodium, causes malaria, but that protozoa is present in the larva of mosquitoes, and when that mosquito bites us, then that protozoan is transferred or injected into our body, and it grows there, it spreads there, it multiplies there, and we get affected by malaria. So they become the means, they help in the spreading. Like air, water, food, they all are the means. Basically, they don't cause, they are the modes, they are the helpers in spreading the disease. Now, non-communicable diseases are those which don't transmit from one person to another, like diabetes and like cancer, like cataract in which the lens of eye becomes opaque. They are usually due to the malfunctioning of internal vital organs or due to the hormonal imbalance. Like diabetes is caused due to the less secretion of insulin hormone from pancreas, so it is a hormonal imbalance disease. Cataract, as I have told you, that lens becomes opaque. So these are not due to some microbes or due to some infections, and that's why they don't spread. They are confined to only one person. Now the communicable disease, which is the burning issue nowadays in present day. So communicable diseases are caused by, what are their causes? Who cause communicable diseases? And they are also called infectious diseases because they are caused due to the infection. Infection means entry and growth of disease causing microorganism. Mainly microorganisms are its cause. And when they enter the body and they get the opportunity to grow there, to multiply there, because of weak immunity, because microbes every time enter our bodies through every mean, through air, water, food, every time microbes enter our body, but our immunity kills them. That's why they don't get the opportunity, they don't get the chance to grow in our body. But if our immunity is weak, then they will definitely grow and spread and affect our organs. and then they become then they take the form of disease. So depending upon the causative agent, which microorganism is causing that particular disease, on that basis communicable diseases are of 4 types. First is bacterial, and here are the examples of certain diseases. Some diseases: typhoid, cholera, TB, anthrax, and acne is also a bacterial infection which is caused by the bacteria named Staphylococcus. Then viral: cold, dengue, COVID, AIDS, influenza, and SARS virus also cause acute respiratory syndrome, a major acute disease of which affects our respiratory organs, mainly lungs, disturbs their functioning completely. Next is fungal, to mainly skin diseases. Skin infections are caused due to many types of fungi. And then the protozoan, we have already talked about malaria. Plasmodium is a protozoan which is the cause of malaria, and vectors of this disease are mosquitoes. Fine. And then there is Kala Azar. This disease is caused by Leishmania, which is also a protozoan. So this was all about the content of worksheet 73, and now I am going to discuss their question answers. What are acute and chronic disease? Give examples. So they are clearly in your notes, and moreover the link for these notes will be available in the description box of video. You can refer it anytime in future. Question number 2, what are communicable diseases, how do they spread, and name subcommunicable diseases and their microbes. So here is the definition of communicable diseases. These are the modes of their transmission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can write them in points. And some examples and their causing microorganisms. So you can take examples from this side. Now the question is, what are non-communicable disease? So here is the definition and some examples and their main reasons. And the question number 4, I have already discussed that, is COVID-19 an acute disease? So yes, definitely it is an acute disease because it persists for few days. After that the symptoms sublime and we come back to a normal functioning. But you must have heard about it, or you must have observed that the people getting recovered after the COVID-19, still they are feeling weaknesses in their bodies and they are facing many such post effects. But they are the effects of that particular disease. There are post effects. They are not mainly that disease. वो disease नहीं है, main disease नहीं है, main disease has gone. So that's why, and those post effects may last for many years. But we cannot categorize COVID-19 as chronic, because in actual this particular disease has gone, this particular disease has vanished, that virus is not in our bodies after few days, but its effects are there. Fine. But even then we don't call it chronic, it is an acute disease. So I hope that you must have understood this topic very well, and if you have liked the video, you have liked my way of transaction of knowledge, so please like and share this video. And if you haven't subscribed my channel till yet, please do subscribe it and do support me. And one more thing, that you can follow me on Insta and you can DM me for any doubts, queries or suggestions. So keep on learning. मिलते हैं. We will be meeting in the next worksheet, next video. Till then, goodbye, good luck.